Hi, America, I found my phone and welcome to another video. Today, we are getting back into Björk with Volta. I'm very excited about this album. It came out in, I believe, 2007? Yes. So, it's been out for 15 years now. Wait, that's 15 years. Okay. We're gonna avoid that existential crisis. 15 years ago, it's 2007 now. Wow, okay. Anyway, we're gonna get into this album. I don't know anything about it. It looks like a fun album. I know that y'all wanted me to react to it, and I'm excited with the color scheme of it. I think it'll be really fun, but again, I don't know any of the concept going into it. The closest to this album, I think, is Vulnicura and Vespertine on either end of the ones I've actually listened to. So I really don't know where she's at this point, and so I'm in for a surprise. Thank you for requesting this video, and anyway, let's just get into it. Track number 1 is Earth Intruders. Okay, sounds like stomping through snow again, almost like we got in Aurora. Okay, this feels like a hodgepodge of something. What is this? I heard Earth Intruders. I don't know what this is about though. With our feet marching, that's why we heard that stomping. Shower of goodness? This has a groove, it's very fast. Ooh, okay, mallet moment. We are the Earth Intruders, we are the sharpshooters. This mallet moment is kind of everything. This also feels almost like a fun club moment. I don't even know how to feel, actually. Yep. We are the parachuters. A beast with many heads. Okay, that was loud in your face. Twigs and branches? I don't know the context though. Okay, we're hearing this marching again. Oh, are we transitioning this song a little bit? Yeah, this feels rather ambient, almost like a Microphones record. This is kind of by a harbor. I hear the ship noises and I hear some seagulls. Are these ships communicating with each other? And what are they saying? Oh, that transitions us into the next song. So that was Earth Intruders. Wake up, wake up. This song was chaotic as heck. And Björk recognizes that too. I looked up lyrics because with a production like that, did you expect me to catch everything? No. The song sonically is all over the place, but in the best way possible. I really like it. The percussion of it, the mallet moment. I love mallet percussion getting added into a song. It was fun. It's a marching type beat. It's very fast. We're just going at it, and I feel like I could dance real hard to it. Lyrically, the song is a little more serious. It is inspired by a tsunami that hit, I don't remember where, but it hit the area that was already poverty stricken and it devastated them. And she kind of compares this to also colonialization and exploitation of developing nations and economically poor nations and areas where poverty is already a big problem, and also I guess where climate change is also going to hit a lot of island nations as well. And she's talking about how these big imperialist powers are the Earth Intruders, and they're really betraying humanity being collective by taking things for their own selfish needs. It's definitely a social justice song. It's also a song I really vibe to, and it's a song that you can also dance a lot to. I think it's a fun way to start the album. I'm surprised that they kept that 2 minutes at the end for hearing the harbor type sound. I heard at the beginning of Wanderlust that she's leaving the harbor, so it does connect to this next song, but I think you could have it had like a perfect section of just da 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 da, like the fast part, and really just carry you right into the next song, and maybe have an interlude there maybe, but I don't know, it feels interesting to have it tacked on. Well, let's see how it continues. Track number 2 is Wanderlust. I'm leaving this harbor again. Its inhabitants seem to keep on guard. This is a little more standard where we hear her voice front and center. I have lost my origin. I don't want to find it again. Wow, Björk. Okay. I like this instrumentation. It's fun. We're craving Wanderlust. We're peeling off layers until we get to the core. And yes, this feels very retro, very dance, breakbeat heavy. Lust for comfort. I feel at home whenever the unknown surrounds me. Relentlessly craving Wanderlust. Yeah, you can really start dancing to this. I can break a sweat. From island to island. So yeah, it's continuing that exploitation from Earth Intruders. Oh, some whispering. So it seems like the end of each song might help lead into the next one. Ooh, beeps. And the waves. So that was Wanderlust, and that was a fun one. I loved sonically how it got you into this dance stage while her delivery was pretty slow. It's a very long song, but it made it feel fast at the same time, and you could really just groove to it. And I vibed heavily. Lyrically, the song is about Wanderlust. Kind of says it right in the title. It's about always craving something new, never really feeling satisfied, pretty much knowing that you're not going to find what you're looking for, but loving the whole journey to get there. I felt it. I love diving into the unknown so much. I think it's so fun and refreshing and allows me to see myself in a different light than I didn't even know was possible. And the more I do that, the more different versions of me I can find. And versions of seeing the world and seeing people and seeing just my surroundings and everything. So I really like it. I think some of it is almost satirizing herself and being like, oh, yeah, I know I'm never going to find it, but I'm always going to crave that Wanderlust. And I think to some degree, the island to island thing is also talking about, you know, how my state of privilege and Björk's state of privilege, we can travel so far and have so much enjoyment in traveling, but we never will really know the place like someone who lives there. We're not the inhabitants of the place. We are just visiting. And we basically have renounced the idea of a home. And so it's interesting. It definitely has some commentary in there, but it's still an anthem that you can really vibe to. Track number 3 is The Dull Flame of Desire. Okay, feels very stately to start. I love your eyes, my dear. Oh, there's someone in here. Is this the Noni? I remember their voice a little bit from Adam Dance. This production isn't really building over time. It is staying just here. Okay, I like this drum. It's simple but effective. I see the dull flame of desire. So it seems like instead of having the trading every line, they've now separated themselves. Oh, Anoni really projecting. If it is actually Anoni. This is definitely a song that you just close your eyes and you let wash over you. This drumming is getting faster, and it's very satisfying to hear that. Oh, most of the instrumentation except for the drums is gone now. Oh. So that was the Dull Flame of Desire. Wow, that was a long song. And I like the drums at the end, and the drums throughout. That's my main like of the song. Otherwise, it doesn't change much throughout the whole thing. It's the same verse pretty much over and over. Björk and Noni, I was correct. They're together singing their hearts out. But it's one of those slow songs that we get on a lot of the later Björk projects that just doesn't need to be there. I feel bad about that. Like, I don't mean gut it from the album, but like I just don't need it. It doesn't really fit with the first two songs either. I don't know. It's also not even through Björk's lyrics. I know that she made a melody for it, and you know that all that production is from her and her team. And I know they sing very well, both of them do. But at the same time, it's not her lyrics. It's not as exciting. I don't really get it within the context of the album. I thought this is more of a social justice / thinking about the world, and this is just a romantic / end of romantic song. I don't know. Not really my thing. It has its moments, sure, but it's really not a song that I feel like I want to listen to just on its own to vibe with. Maybe I'll listen to it within the context of the album. I gotta see what the rest of the album is like. But this just felt long and really not too needed. I'm much more excited about where I hear that we're going next. Track number 4 is Innocence. What kind of glitch is this? Björk doing this before Arca came in. Wait, it sounds like a pop song mixed with this glitch. The Thrill of Fear? Ooh, now you're glitching your own vocals up. Kind of feels like it's going through that one TikTok filter. Ooh, that was cool. You got more minimalist. I'm bopping in the weirdest way possible, I think. Untouchable Innocence. Okay, something has entered the chat. Okay, sing it, girl. Oh, it's deconstructing. Oh, something is going on. But in different places. What's in different places? Okay, it sounds like we're fading out. Okay. Oh, that's a new sound. So that was Innocence. Whoa. Quirky, fun. Sonically, I just found out that it comes from this game, like Shadow Room or something. Some game from the 90s. Good for it. Yes, getting some love on a Björk album. It was glitchy. I thought that there would be, when the chorus came in, that there would be some bass line kind of underdoing it, but it didn't ever get more full in my hearing. Maybe it's a headphone thing I need to check out, but it was still a fun time, and it was something that got me dancing, got me questionably dancing since I was so confused about it, but it was overall a good time. Lyrically, the song is also really fun, and it's about being fearless when you're young because you're innocent, you don't really know the world yet, and then over time you develop that bravery and the courage. You do learn to have fear, but you can over time learn to get over your fear. And that's just a feeling of exhilaration when you get over it. It's fun. It makes me want to groove. I'm definitely going to want to listen to it again. I think it's a song that's going to get stuck in my head in perpetuity. Track number 5 is I See Who You Are. Okay. A quiet moment. Currently in a start off state, it sounds a little like royalty-free music. Behind the skin, you see who you are? See who you are now. When you get older, I'll see the same girl. Wait, is this about her daughter? Ooh, twangy guitar. Yeah, this almost sounds a little like a lullaby, minus that guitar. Later this century. Okay, that's a while away. When you and I have become corpses. Well, yikes. Let's celebrate now all the flesh on our bones. We're not dead. I love the way that she just sings out. Such a pure voice. Oh, we're getting a stately moment. Kind of how we had on The Dull Flame of Desire. Yes, that interesting guitar is back. So that was I See Who You Are, and that was beautiful. I was correct. It is about her daughter. I guess it says I will see the same girl. But I feel proud of myself for pretty much knowing the meaning of that one. Björk is talking about, through very gentle instrumentation, which contains a pipa or pipa, which is a Chinese lute. That was the guitar I kept mentioning. And yeah, she talks about how she sees her toddler daughter as the girl that she'll become in the future, as well as the girl she is now. So she wants to celebrate life with her and enjoy every moment. Very sweet, very Björk, very loving. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. This is a very pretty song. It is almost lullaby style. It's very appealing, I think, to a young child. It has very calm movement. It could be used as a lullaby. And so I guess she's holding her daughter tight and enjoying every bit of her before she falls asleep. I think in terms of listening to the song, I don't think I'll play it on its own. Maybe I will, but it doesn't have as much of a fun edge that I think some of the other songs on this album do that really gets me hyped for it. But I can see it being on a playlist for if I have a child in the future that they might enjoy. It's very calm. Again, give me that YouTube music for a moment. At the beginning, when it added the Chinese lute with the pipa or whatever, it felt like a little bit of a different song and very uniquely Björk sound. But overall, a lovely, well-made song, and I hope her daughter is doing well now. Track number 6 is Vertebrae by Vertebrae. Okay, we are bringing the sounds of the ship back. Up on the what? This production makes it a little hard to hear Björk's vocals. It does feel like a funky brass ensemble happening. The air is thinner here. The beast is back. On 4 legs. I think this might be in 3/4. It feels like in an interesting time signature. Same old cloud, and some instrumentation is happening. Let it burst like old train sounds? She really is driving the song with her voice now. I don't know what she's repeating over and over. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Don't understand the context at all. Let off some steam. So that was Vertebrae by Vertebrae. And what a song. I need to hear this one again before I make any big judgment about it, because it had some brass work that was sampled from a soundtrack that she did. Didn't know she did this soundtrack. If you want me to react to that, let me know. But, whoa, it sounds different here. It's interesting here. And the song in general is about this Earth Mother coming back. She's the beast that's back. And she's turning against humans for all the chaos they did. It's pretty much the response to Earth Intruders. If the humans are the Earth Intruders, this is the Earth being like, you're not coming in here like that. There's a really long story that Björk did that is on Genius Lyrics, and it's hilarious, but also really interesting about having a kid and then realizing if it's the same gender that you kind of get unlocked and think about everyone before you in some sort of gate. And also just the idea that we could have done 28 days and 13 months and it would be 364. Why did we not do that? That annoys me, the superstitious about 13. Taylor Swift makes it work. She does. But yeah, this song is satirical, but also interesting sounding wise. I just need more time with it because I just didn't understand it all when it was happening. Track number 7 is Pneumonia. Okay, feels like water is rushing. This sorrow? The world's always going to be made of this? You can trust in it? She sings so slowly on this, I'm just trying to understand the whole sentence and it takes 30 seconds. All the moments you should have embraced? All the moments you should not have locked up? Is it about someone passing away? The hugest crime to shut yourself up? Humans around anymore? You don't want them around or something like that? Get over it? So that was Pneumonia. And it was about pneumonia. Sonically, it's just French horns. It fits more in my head on Vulnicura. Yeah, that or Utopia, except for it's not a happy song. So I would say it goes a little more on Vulnicura. Just because we also had the mouth mantra. Didn't she have like that vocal cord thing that she had to get fixed? So it makes sense dealing with that disease and that kind of stuff and mourning something. She talks about her lungs mourning all the memories that you could have had that didn't shut yourself up. I don't know, I think she's trying to not be contagious, but isn't pneumonia something that still can be contagious? I know it's not something that is generally passed through that, and a lot of people get pneumonia like year after year if you start having it. I'm fortunate enough that I had it in 5th grade and then it never has come back. We'll go knock on wood. But the song is very slow, it's very quiet. I think this song reminds me a little bit more of Utopia just because of the way it's delivered vocally. The lyrics seem a little stream of consciousness. They just work within this very unpercussive sound. And yeah, I think she is really trying to just tell everyone how she's feeling during that bout of pneumonia. I hope she's feeling better. I hope she doesn't keep getting it. It's a nasty little thing to have. I mean, seems my guess based on the fact that she is still making music today that she probably does not get it year after year because that can probably tear you apart. The song is not necessarily my favorite. It is pretty chill. It doesn't have much to latch on to. It feels like I'm sick in bed, and this is just how I feel emotionally. But that makes sense that it is giving that vibe. It is very good at replicating the sound it wants you to hear and the emotions that it wants you to feel. That doesn't mean I'm going to enjoy that feeling, though. Especially with how wild this pandemic is right now. I don't like thinking about being sick right now. So with that, let's bring in track number 8, Hope. Here's my version of it. Internal Whirlwind. Oh, is that the pipa coming back? Now we're getting some percussion in here, just popping off. What's the lesson? It seems something about violence. There's a lot of references to harming another person. Honor, hope. Is this related to the military? If it was fake or if it was real? Oh, we're getting that strumming a lot here. So that was Hope. Well, sonically, very chill. Somehow Timbaland still produced this song. Didn't expect that. Doesn't sound like a Timbaland song, in my opinion. But good for you, Timbaland. Yeah, this song was interesting lyrically. It describes a bomber, a woman that's pregnant, and how she's a self-harming bomber. And so if she ends up succeeding in her mission, she will no longer be with us, and her unborn child will also no longer be with us. Apparently this is based on a true story in which the media had this known, and they were all speculating that she was just made to look pregnant, and then later they found out that she actually was pregnant, and they became a little more sympathetic to her. So it's interesting about the media's portrayal about it, and Björk was really stating, like, what the heck? Saying, hey, we need to treat each other with compassion. So first of all, not taking the side of the woman because she doesn't want anyone to get harmed. Not herself, not the child, not the target. Yeah, it's a heavy topic. And so I think it's interesting how she covers it, but it may be a little difficult for me to listen to it just because of its severe content matter. This song does reinforce, however, that this is a very politically charged album. It's not always a politically charged album. Like, I See Who You Are, Innocence, not really songs that are based in politics, but this song is definitely one. I bet Declare Independence will be. Earth Intruders for sure. Wanderlust to some extent. Yeah, Vertebrae by Vertebrae. There's a lot of politics influencing at least how she starts thinking about this album. She's definitely not closing herself off from the world. She is thinking definitely in terms of how the world events are happening. Track number 9 is Declare Independence. Okay, let's get some glitch more. Declare independence, there you go. Don't let them do that to you. Amen. Björk, what the heck? Yeah, this is glitchy. I'm thinking Pluto right now. Ooh, that was interesting. Start your own currency. Make your own stamp. Okay, we are a country. Okay, it is getting glitchier and glitchier. Very violent. Make your own flag. This is riveting. Raise your flag, not just make it. Higher, higher. Okay, adrenaline is pumping. Amen, Björk, let's go. Oh, you stopping for a moment. Okay. Just for a minute. Open your eyes, declare independence. Declare independence. And let them do that to you. Go to attack. Raise your flag higher and higher. Let's reiterate. Oh, now she's even screaming at this point. Raise your flag. That was the perfect time for a smooth transition. So that was declare independence. Yes. This song is glitchy. It makes it feel like we're going metal with Björk. If metal sounded like this, I'd be a metal. This song is so fun. It is so... Some of this could get mixed into Innocence, and then I think Innocence would be perfect. Yes. This song is wonderful in just how it just makes you feel. I don't really even know how to describe it anymore. Yeah. The song is dedicated to the Faroe Islands and Greenland, which are two colonies of Denmark. Iceland used to be a Danish colony as well. And so she's seeing this and feeling that kinship as a former colony member and saying, hey, declare independence. They don't deserve to treat you like that. They shouldn't treat you like that. You don't deserve to be treated like that, and all of that. Apparently she's also played it live and dedicated it to other states that were trying to encounter independence, like Tibet and Kosovo. So she is definitely remaining politically charged on the album. Also, if my vibe seems different, I had to wait like 20, 30 minutes. My parents were being super, super loud. So my apologies if the vibe is not fully clear anymore. But I am super excited to hear this song again in headphones. I think it's going to be astounding. Track number 10 is My Juvenile featuring Anthony as the Conscience. I believe that's just a noni, so I'm going to after refer to them as a noni because I think that's a change over time. This is the last new song on the album. There is an Intruders extended mix that I will listen to after just for fun, but this is the last brand new song on the album. Okay, I think we're getting some of that pipa again, or maybe a cora. I think that's what happened before on Hope. The corridor. I like how she said it. I sent warmth. Thank you for being able to send warmth. Too fast, too young. Is this towards her kid? The intentions were pure. You are my biggest love. This is an offer. Now Björk saying the intentions were pure. So they really are just repeating each other's lyrics a little bit. Pretty. So that was My Juvenile, and that was a very tender song. Felt very utopian in the way of Tabula Rasa and talking to her son and saying, did I set you too fast, too free, too young? Saying, did I make you too independent? Not in the same way that Declare Independence is, though I think it is kind of clever how they lead off of each other. I think it's a very different subject matter. And her son at this time is about 21, so roughly my age. And so she is trying to send warmth and trying to let them be independent, but also trying to have him be close to her at the same time because she's a parent and she wants what's best for him, but she also wants to enjoy every moment. Just how we saw in I See Who You Are, that you wanted to enjoy every moment with that person. And he's becoming independent. He's going out on his own and he's experiencing the world for himself. I feel like the amount of time I'd like to listen to Utopia or a song from it on its own is roughly the same amount as I would want to listen to this song. It is very chill, it's very relaxed. It's only 4 minutes, so it does have that edge in being something I can just feel with. But it is a enjoyable song, and I like Anoni's contribution to it. I don't think it really adds too much, but I don't dislike it. It is liked, and it definitely is more interesting than Dull Flame of Desire, the other addition that Anoni had on this album. I think it also is similar to Homogenic, where we have Pluto being the very edgy, glitchy, oh my gosh, what is happening song, and then it ends with the very calm, all is full of love. I feel like that's replicated here in Declare Independence and then My Juvenile. I think that sounds a little bit what I've heard Björk really likes to do. She likes to have some climax of sorts in her story and then end with a very calming song. And I think she does just that. Track number 11, our last song for today. I know this isn't part of the original album, but it's Earth Intruders, in parentheses, Spike, extended mix, semicolon, Stent mix. I don't know who Stent is or what that means, so bear with me on that. Okay, it is still the fun mix from before. Yeah, it's back. Yeah, I just want to dance again. Actually, I think it says extended mark. I think I might have said extended mix before. The Earth Intruders. This song is really getting me back into the album after having that break. Yeah, this way that she projects is insane. Drink voodoo. So that was the Earth Intruders, Spike, extended mark, Stent mix. I think it just means, basically, in my first hearing, that we just don't get the 2 minutes at the end of the ship horns. And that's fine with me. I don't see why it's called extended mark. It's not really any extended. It's shorter than the original song. So, I don't know. I didn't notice the mallet moment as much, but maybe I just wasn't paying as much attention. I wasn't able to say a lot because it's not like I know the song very well by now, but I know it enough that nothing is necessarily surprising me on this second listen of sorts. But it reminds me how much I can't wait to get back into this album. With that, we have finished Volta, and I am very happy that we got into this project today. I feel like I now need a new Björk project. I know that she's coming out with one in 2022, and I'm very pumped about that. But I realized I haven't listened to actually a whole Björk album since September when I listened to Utopia. So it's actually really good that I got into her again because she has some really fun stuff that I have yet to check out, I guess. This album is a little all over the place, if you think about it. I get moments where I'm like, oh, this is Homogenic vibes, but then there's stuff that I'm like, this is Vulnicura or Utopia vibes. It's in this middle, almost like Extraordinary Machine for Fiona Apple, where there's stuff that's very distinct to just this album right here, but then there's stuff that leads into the past and stuff that leads into the present. And it's very interesting. It's something I want to dive in more. Right now, Earth Intruders, Innocence, Declare Independence, those type of really heavy-hitting songs are hitting hard and are very enjoyable to me. But there are some of these more quieter songs that some of them I like, some of them I'm going to need more time with, and some of them maybe I won't enjoy at all, but I don't know yet. I also really want to know what this cover means, because I know Vulnicura had this very distinct feeling and Utopia had the birds and the flute. So those all made sense to me, and I'd be very curious to see what caused her to be in Volta. Like that attire, that look, what is that? But overall, a pleasant album with many surprises. I don't know if I would classify this even as a cohesive album. There's definitely some similar sentiments of thinking about your kids, thinking about the politics and the world as a whole, but there's not any one linking theme that seems to go throughout the whole project. With that said, here are some of my favorites. So the top tier are the songs I love, the standouts, the ones I'm going to be playing over and over. Songs in the middle are songs I like. I'm going to add them to my playlist, but they might not be at the top of the top, and then songs at the bottom are just not really my thing. Just doesn't mean that they're a bad song, doesn't mean that they can't be your favorite song, just means it's not for me, and that's okay. Björk didn't make this album for me. I was 8 at the time, probably, so yeah. What did you think of this album? Did you like it? Did you not? Please let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, please like, comment down below. I'd like to interact to you next. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be. And thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later. It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles don't need to know why. Smile big, open your eyes. It's storming turtles. It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles don't need to know why. Smile big, oh.